Jim Serene, and Trish's point earlier about this effort starting 15 or 20 years ago is really pertinent. I mean, this is a culmination of many, many years of people other than myself that have done a tremendous amount of work to make this possible. Now we're ready to celebrate, so I'll keep this as brief as possible. I'm here as a representative of the Center Regional Bicycle Coalition. About 5 years ago, my wife Brucey and I moved here from near Charlotte, North Carolina. I came to work for Penn State Hershey Medical System. Having been a bike rider, the bike paths that existed here attracted me, and it's one of the major reasons I moved here, because of the bicycle paths. I then discovered a wonderful group of people who enjoyed cycling and also worked to advocate for all cyclists in this area. That group is the Center Region Bike Coalition. I'm proud to be a member of CRBC and proud to be a friend of one of the founding members from the engineering department of Penn State University, Dr. Brian Dempsey, a founding member. And his wife, Linda Crow, is our treasurer of CRBC. We also, of course, have here the president of CRBC, Paul Rito, and Chuck Anderson, the president-elect. I joined this group and over a 3-year period began to appreciate even more the varied bicycle opportunities in the Center region. Based on the hard work of many volunteers and government officials to create a good environment for cycling over the last 15 to 20 years, I suggested that we take on the detailed, well, I was one of several, who suggested that we take on the detailed application to become a nationally recognized bicycle-friendly community. As is so often the case in organizations, the response was something like, "Hey Jim, that's a good idea. Why don't you chair the committee?" So there I was. I had a great committee. Courtney Hayden, who was with AmeriCorps at that time and now works for State College Borough, was extremely helpful. It became apparent that this application would not do well unless we had a regional effort backed by a government entity. We didn't have COG on board initially. Our good fortune was to have Trish Meek as the transportation planner to assist us. Trish was the mover and the shaker, the guide to help neophytes negotiate the halls of the Center Region Council governments. COG, with her help, the COG Executive Committee and the Transportation and Land Use Committee, under the guidance of Jeff Luck, eventually agreed to have the BFC application submitted to the League of American Bicyclists under the umbrella of the Council of Governments. Thank you, Mark Steens, for that. The forward-looking leaders of Patton, College, Harris, Half Moon, and Ferguson townships, along with State College Borough, were the pioneers who did the hard work of creating much of the bicycle system we all enjoy today. You were visionaries into the future. Speaking of the immediate future, for our children, there was a bike-to-school day today. Many people here worked on. For the community, we'll have a bike-to-work day tomorrow, and on Saturday will be a bike fest at Mount Nittany Middle School. The future also involves more work to be done. We need safe routes to schools. We need continuing education about biking, such as the street skills course that Chuck teaches, and also Paul, the street skills, and that we taught on June 9th. And to involve our police forces to educate drivers and bicyclers so that we can coexist safely, and so much more. The future also involves much more than commuter cycling. We have with us today the Vice President of the Nittany Mountain Bike Association, Dave Miller. Dave, raise your hand. Mountain biking is a huge recreational pastime. It is a major part of the bicycle-friendly community initiative. Road biking is also growing all over the country. We have with us Kurt Deutsch. Kurt, raise your hand. To represent the State College Cycling Group, a fun-loving group of road bikers who welcome bike riders of many levels. Not here today, but I think also eventually to try to get involved is the ladies group CJ and Ride, the Penn State Cycling Club, and the BMX Riders led by Jamie Bestwick. As the president of the League of American Bicyclists, Andy Clark stated, being chosen as a bicycle-friendly community is a catalyst. This is not an endpoint. This is a catalyst, and the key word is catalyst. A catalyst in creating the type of vibrant community where people want to live, work, and visit. Those were his words. I think we could add to live, work, and visit, to play, and to enjoy. I I have no doubt that this accomplishment, this bicycle-friendly community award, will be a catalyst for many more people to call this place home. And that bicycling of all types will be a major reason for us to continue to refer to our home as Happy Valley. Thank you.
If anyone had anything else to say, you can approach the podium now, and if not, eat cake. Because as Jim Steff told me, this is a reason to have cake. So thank you.
Good job.
Thank you. Did you imagine what it was like?
Conversation. But